Hey, welcome back to ARC Seattle on this Wednesday morning. I'm Steve McCarran.
And I'm Tyra Majors. Let's dive right into the deep end. After more than 2 decades on the air in Seattle, it's a bittersweet day for us at ARC Seattle and KOMO News.
Yes, our beloved reporter Denise Whitaker right here bidding farewell to television news, but she's not saying goodbye to the microphone. We'll get to that in a second. Denise, it's nice to have you this morning. It's kind of a bittersweet day around here.
I know, I'm gonna try not to cry.
Same.
I know, we were talking about that earlier today.
Bring the tissues today.
I know.
How are you feeling about all this after all this time here?
You know, it's mixed, like really, it's sad to leave all of you because I see you every day, but I'm moving on to something different and it'll be fun.
You're moving on to something different. Gosh, we're getting emotional, which is okay.
Right off the bat,
How could you not get emotional though after decades here? So I want to go back to the beginning.
Yes.
Let's go back. December 2004 when you started here.
That was a long time ago.
What brought you to Seattle in the first place, Denise? And what did you think of Western Washington when you arrived?
So, you know, it's interesting. I had never been to Seattle until I came for my interview, and I was here for a full weekend for the interview, and I had to go through the full audition and everything else. And so my husband and I just kind of fell in love with Seattle, so it was perfect. You know, I had been working in Arkansas, and I was the main anchor there, and I was there for about 10 years as the main evening anchor. And I wanted to change on the air, but I also was looking forward. Oh my gosh, look at the hair. I didn't see that. I was also looking for, we like to travel, and Little Rock does not have an international airport. So I was looking for a bigger city, a bigger challenge, and Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson.
So lovely,
beloved.
So.
Over the course of, 21 years, you obviously cover lots of stories, hundreds of them. Are there some over the past 2 decades that stick out to you?
Well, I mean, certainly Sky Metawalla, the young boy who disappeared from Bellevue, that was he still hasn't been found. That was that's the thing. Over the years, I've cried with so many people, right? Because you're talking to someone who's just lost a loved one. Like we cover all these different stories. But then there's all the really amazing stories, like the Hawaii tourism account we had. So guess what? Got to go to Hawaii and do a bunch of stories about Hawaii. And then, another one that was really interesting was after that massive earthquake in Haiti, we were, like every other station in the country, really trying to get our viewers to help them and make donations. So the news director at that time decided that we needed to send somebody to Haiti to show our viewers where the money was going. That was unbelievable to go through that experience. I got to go to the White House with the Seahawks when, President Obama invited them after they won the Super Bowl.
Cool.
And so there are just so many amazing stories like that I've been able to do. And this last year and a half that I've been doing Home of the Brave, gosh, that's another great one, right? We're such a military-centric state, yet sometimes I think people forget that. If you don't live near one of the bases, you forget that there are so many service members and their families trying to get through life and everything, and there are so many service organizations and volunteers that are working so hard to help them that they deserve the recognition. And we want everybody to know this help is available. It doesn't matter what it is, right? If we're talking about suicide, if we're talking about cancer prevention, whatever it is that we're talking about, addictions, we are the carriers, the people who are telling others there's help, here's where you go, here's what you do, here's what you need to know. And that's, that's a big part of what we do every day, which is just so special.
Not only have you been a carrier of information and will continue to be, Denise, I can tell, some of the stories you've covered have made a big impact on you, whether it's the missing boy or traveling to the White House and Home of the Brave. What has it been like for you to not only be a reporter and anchor here, but also such a big fabric and part of the community? You are so involved in the community.
Oh, I mean, that's the thing. We really do love it here. Like my mom, she's always saying, can't you move back to Chicago? I don't know why you can't get a job in Chicago. And as we age, when you're young, you forget that you need to have these very deep, meaningful relationships with friends. And, not that I don't love my mom and wouldn't want to live near her. I mean, that would be lovely. But at the same time, I have established in 20 plus years so many amazing friends here that I just can't imagine leaving them.
Right.
So
Let's talk about what's next. You know, we mentioned that you're not giving up the microphone, you're
No.
giving up TV news, but you're making the transition to radio next week.
yes, so
Yeah.
you know, we KOMO Newsradio was one of our stations, along with Star 101.5 and KVI, and then the company chose to sell those stations, so they're under new ownership. So an opportunity came available that was offered to me that I just couldn't refuse. So I'll be anchoring the morning news over at Northwest Newsradio with Brian Calvert, which is a familiar face to viewers in this building as well. So
we'll still get to hear your amazing
Yes,
voice
you
and your
will.
amazing storytelling. What are you going to miss most about working in TV news?
oh gosh, that's a good question. I mean, you know, really, I think what I will miss, because I'll be in the studio on radio, I will miss being out in the field and meeting the people that I meet every single day. Because, you know, everyone has a story, and I love hearing their stories, and I enjoy hearing what's happening in other people's lives. So, yeah, but the face-to-face, you know, right, we learned that through COVID, didn't we?
We did.
When we don't have the face-to-face every day. So that's probably what I will miss most. And all of you.
It makes a difference. You have you've been such a bright light around here, and just know how much you're going to be missed. Your energy when you come into the newsroom, and you're just a joy to work with.
You really are. We're going to miss you. I wrote this down for you in a letter, but I'm just so appreciative of you and how welcoming that you've been, you know, since I moved here. My second day, you were like, let's hang out, let's go thrift shopping.
Yeah.
Like, that stuff really sticks with you. So thank you for your mentorship and being a legend here in Seattle TV News.
No, don't take it too far.
No, you are. You're an icon. And this isn't goodbye. You can still listen to Denise Whitaker every morning. That's going to be awesome still.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been telling everybody in the building that we need to set up lunch dates. I'm not going far away. I'm still around. If you see me in the grocery store, go ahead and say hi. Just because I'm not here anymore, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, it's been an incredible ride, and you know, I'm just, every once in a while, you just need a change, right, in your life, no matter what that is.
And
So.
it comes at the right time. Perfect time for early happy hours, right?
Yes.
So we'll have to set some of
Well,
those
yeah,
up.
I know. Well, first I have to get used to that sleep schedule
That's
again.
true.
Yes.
Because I haven't had it in a couple of years. So.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We're excited for you.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
Denise.
Denise.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Excited.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Leave your comments in the comment section below. This is going to be on YouTube. Comment your well wishes for Denise. Yeah. Still ahead on ARC Seattle, we have the backstage.